DreAllDay.com.
Alright, so I'm going to tell y'all a quick little story. I get a message from a basketball player, a young basketball player. He comes to me and says, Dre, you know, I heard that you might train basketball players, so I was reaching out to you to see if you could train me. And the thing is, yeah, shout out to everybody watching this on replay. The thing is, occasionally I train basketball players. I used to train players a lot more often, but nowadays I don't really train players that often. I'm very selective with my availability when it comes to training people, simply because I'm not really that passionate about training basketball players, honestly. I like basketball. I like playing basketball. I don't like coaching basketball. I'm not a huge fan of training. I do it every once in a while. But anyway, this player came to me and he said, you know, I heard that you might train basketball players, so I'm reaching out to you about that. So I write him back and I say, this is the question that I ask him. And this is the $1 million question. The question is, okay, well, what if I told you that I was unavailable or I'm not training nobody? What's going on, night nerves? What if I said I'm unavailable or I'm not training nobody, or maybe my price is too high and you just can't pay it? What are you going to do to help yourself? Because he said he had these goals. I want to play in college, maybe play in pro. I want to start on varsity. He had all these goals, all these things he wanted to do. So I say, well, what if I'm unavailable and I just can't train you for whatever reason? We can't connect. What would you do? You know, what would your response be? How would you help yourself if I can't help you? And he didn't really have an answer. And you know what I said to him? I said, that's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer for you not to have an answer. Because basically you're telling me that you're helpless, and if nobody helps you, or maybe if I specifically don't help you, then you don't have any other options. You're not going to do anything. Therefore, you have no ways of reaching this level of success that you talked about reaching. And that's the wrong answer. You're in the wrong space mentally right now. It doesn't mean he can't get in a different space, but at that moment, he's in the wrong space. And the reason I titled this scope what I titled it is that all you had to understand is that in life, nobody owes you help. I don't care what situation you in. I don't care if we talking about your parents, we talking about your coach, we talking about a trainer, we talking about a business partner, any situation that you're in, nobody owes you help. If somebody happens to help you, it's something that you're working on in your life, that's gravy. Like, it's something extra. It's something extra that came along. Nobody owes you assistance. Just because you're in a position where you feel like you need help, or you're in a situation where you don't have as much as the person sitting next to you, or you're in a situation where somebody obviously has the skill, time, availability, and resources where if they lent some of it to you, you would get a whole lot better. They don't owe it to you. If somebody happens to help you out, then that's extra. That's not something that's destined to you by a higher being. That's not something that you paid for. Because if help is not something that you paid for, if you paid for it, then that means they owe you. You give something, they give something back. But if somebody isn't helping you, there's not a reason for you to boo-hoo about it. It's not a reason for you to complain. It's not a reason for you to get mad at that individual. It's not a reason for you to say, well, I don't need you, or get angry with them, curse them out. I've had people curse me out because I wouldn't help them out. I wouldn't do something for them for free, which actually could cost them money. I've had that happen to me actually multiple times over, not by young players, usually by a different demographic of people, but I get to that in a different scope. What you need to understand is that if nobody offers to help you, or you try to get some help and nobody's available to help you, or for whatever reason you can't get to the help that you think that you need, you can always turn to your number one option. Your number one option is to help yourself. Your number one option will always be to help yourself. Your number one option has always been to help yourself. And I challenge you to look at it this way, because sometimes I put stuff out there and people, sometimes maybe they disagree with what I'm saying. So I'm going to put it to you this way. Don't believe anything that I'm saying here. Maybe you don't buy into what I'm saying. Maybe you think what I'm saying is complete BS. That doesn't make sense. People are supposed to help other people. When you come up, when you get to the top, you're supposed to send an elevator back down to help other people. If you're good, you should help other people get good. Dre, last week you just talked about the rising tide and helping other people get good. What are you talking about? You're contradicting yourself. If you don't agree with what I'm saying right here, I challenge you to do this. You go find any person who you consider to be successful, whomever you deem to be successful, based on whatever, something that they got, something that they did, how many fans they have, whatever it is that you deem success. You find some successful people. Find 3 to 5 successful people, and then where am I going? I'm going to the top. And then you ask yourself. Maybe you can't ask that person directly. Maybe they're not. Maybe you can't reach them, but you ask yourself while looking at their story, listening to what they're saying, reading their books, listening to their speeches. Ask yourself, How did this person get there? Was it somebody helped them get there? Somebody put them where they at? Or did they have to climb themselves to the top? Did they have to help themselves? Was there a point in that person's life where they had to look in the mirror and say, okay, I'm responsible for where I'm at right now, and the only way I'm going to get out of where I'm at and get to where I'm going is going to be me helping myself? Ask yourself if that's true or if that's not true. Because if it's not true, then guess what? I'm completely wrong, and you can come back to me. You can email me directly and say, Dre, my email is dre@dreallday.com. You can email me directly with the proof and say, Dre, look, this person only got to where they at because somebody helped them get there. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. If you find somebody that fits that description, whom you consider to be successful, you let me know. You contact me and send me that person's information because I want to know who they are. Exactly. They had to want it. They had to do something to put themselves in that position. They had to be. This is the point. They had to. Whoever this person is that you consider to be successful. I don't care if it's your mom. It could be your school teacher. It could be your pastor at church. It don't have to be a famous person. Whomever you consider to be successful. They had to at some point look in the mirror and say, you know what? My number one option for success is me. It's not my teacher. It's not my boss. It's not my mom. It's not some dude on Periscope. It's not a book. It's not a series of motivational speeches. It's not a whatever you want to talk about. It's not a seminar. It's not any of that. The number one option for me to be successful is me. And if I'm not successful, then it's because my number one option failed me. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm not successful, it's because my number one option failed me. For each one of you, if you need something motivational to look at every day, write this down, type it out, print it out in bold letters and put it on your bathroom mirror. If I am unsuccessful, it's because my number one option failed me. And each one of you is your number one option for success in anything. I don't care if you are an athlete. I don't care if you repair cars for a living. I don't care if you run a Greek kitchen, a hair salon, a massage parlor, a gift shop, a restaurant, a bagel shop. What is this? A vapor store. What is a coin? You're a coin collector. You got a mustard seed sandwich stand. I'm just looking at the businesses around me. If you had you run a chiropractic practice, you are the number one option for your success. And if you are unsuccessful, again, by your definition of success, if you don't have it, it's because your number one option failed you, and you are always your number one option. Exactly, George. That's exactly what I'm saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch me for the first time, listen, welcome to the show. My name's Dre All Day. I do this all the time, multiple times. So swipe to the right, share this on your Twitter feed and your Facebook. Not because you're doing it for me, but because there's somebody that you know who needs to hear this message right now. And they not as enlightened as you to already be on top of the message. They might not even be aware that they need to know. You got to let them know that they need to know. Thank you, Chris, 2015. You got to let them know that they need to know. If one of your friends, listen, if you knew about something that was great, that could help somebody, and one of your friends didn't know about it, wouldn't you tell your friend? I mean, that's what friends do. Friends help other friends out. So help your friends out by swiping to the right and sharing this on your Twitter feed and your Facebook and telling one person. If each one of you go tell one person that you need to follow Dre All Day on Periscope, then we can share this message with as many people as possible. Each one, reach one, ladies and gentlemen. How do you become successful? I didn't catch that question. Say that again. Shell 3290 said, I don't have funding. Funding for what? What are you trying to get funded for? What's up, Barrett Karras? VJ, how you feeling? If you know about something that can help one of your friends out, you would tell your friend, right? It doesn't mean you doing it for your friend, but you would tell your friend, like, listen, friend, they giving away $100 bills around the corner. Would you tell your friend to go get one? You want to have a child care center? You don't have funding? Well, what do you do right now? Swipe to the right, y'all. Share this on your Twitter feeds, on your Facebook feeds. Tap the screen for the hearts. Because my goal right now, people always ask me, what's my goal? I got more than one goal. I don't share every single goal that I got. But you're in child care now, you want to start your own child care center, then what you probably need to do is you need to start, if obviously what you're saying is, I'm just going to assume, you tell me if I'm wrong, whatever you're doing right now to generate your income is not giving you as much as you want to have. So you probably need to generate some more income. Email me, dre@dreallday.com. I can give you some ideas for how you can actually do that. Is that what the situation is, Shell? 3290? Oh, shout out to Kazakhstan. Email me. My email is dre@dreallday.com. Send me an email. Put your contact information in the email. We'll talk. Because I got some ways that can definitely help you out. That's actually one of the things that I do. So if you know somebody that could use this message, and I'm sure you do, you all do, because everybody's not as smart as y'all. Everybody doesn't seek this information. Everybody doesn't seek to get empowered. You got to let them know so that maybe they might change their mind. So people always ask me what my goals are. One of my goals is that I want to empower as many people as possible through messages like this. But see, everybody in the world is not watching this. So until everybody in the world is watching it, then I'm not empowering everybody. Can somebody type out my email address and put it in the comments so that she can get that, Shell can get that? It's Dre, my name, Dre, at Dre All Day. My website is called DreAllDay.com. Which message, CR Chris 2015? The whole thing? I can't say the whole thing again. Which message is it that you're talking about? And again, this video right here is going to be on YouTube. If y'all didn't know, I got 4,800 videos on YouTube. If you didn't know that, most of my Periscope streams end up on YouTube. Which part of it you talking about, Chris? I'll repeat the part that you're asking about if you could tell me what you're specifically saying. My YouTube channel is Work On Your Game. Work On Your GA.me. Now get that? Work On Your GA.me. Work On Your Game. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Did that email say sent from my iPhone? What email are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. So Dre at DreAllDay.com is my email address. I'm waiting for Chris to tell me what message is it that she's asking about. But again, Chris, actually, if you missed the message, you know, the great thing about technology, all you got to do is watch this on replay. Actually, that's the best way to do it. Part about not being a failure about others, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you mean. But Chris, just watch this on replay. You'll see it. And if you missed the replay, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got 100,000 plus subscribers over there. You'll get to catch this in a couple weeks when I put it out on YouTube. Oh, the dude that asked you to help him train, did it say sent from my iPhone? I don't think so. I get more than one person asking me that question, so I don't think I'm talking about you, Malik, whoever that was that asked. Are you in Miami too? Shout out to my neighbors in Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, we will talk later. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. This video, I'm sure you were entertained. Make sure to stay connected with me on all your favorite social networks. Twitter and Periscope at DreAllDay. Instagram, Dre Baldwin. Facebook /Work On Your Game. You can bookmark my YouTube channel by subscribing, of course, and the website is workonyourgame, that's .me, workonyourga.me. And of course, my homepage is my website, DreAllDay.com, so you can know exactly what I'm doing, exactly when I'm doing it, and how you might be able to be involved. Work on